What's up, everybody? It's your boy Meme here. So, today, listen to this. What is this? Oh no, second? Nobody's here right now. My parents are at the store, like Costco. So, I've been installing Arch on what's going to be the Minecraft server. And I was like, hey, since nobody's here and it's real quiet, I should record my video. And so that's something I'm doing. Here's something cool. This video will have my 300th thumbnail, which honestly is kind of pog-a-champ, kind of Poggers champion. That was really stupid. That was unfunny. But, yeah, it is cool. In this, let me do a speed test real quick. In this jazz assignment I had, I got 92%, which is pretty nice, which means I got 92% of the notes and rests, which I guess is okay, but if you were to actually look at what notes I got wrong, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 notes wrong out of, I don't know, 3, what are they called? Shells? What are they called? Staffs? No. Staffs? I'm gonna call them staffs, like the big old lines, you know, with 5 lines and the 4 spaces, you know, like those things. There are 3 of those, like 3 and 1/8. No, 3, more like 3 and 1/6. 3. Okay, there were two staffs and 3. No, there are 2 staffs, 2 and 1/6 staffs of notes and rests, very minimal rests, and I got 4 notes wrong. So yeah, listen to this. Do you hear anything I don't? It's really raining, I think. Either that or it's just wind. Hold on. Let me open my window. Whoa, listen to that. I should have my window open. Well, anyways, yeah. I think it's like 1 week until school ends, which is honestly pretty pog. Exactly 1 year ago, I kind of had a mental breakdown when summer started, and I don't know why. I remember... Is somebody coming up here? Hello? Okay, nobody's here. I like to lock my door when nobody's home because I'm kind of scared of home invasion. But anyways, yeah, I remember just being super, super angry all the time, and really yearning for nostalgia, like nostalgia-making moments. But I've realized, after I made videos talking about that like, you don't choose what'll give you nostalgia. You don't necessarily have to have, you know, like, a good group of friends, you know, do one thing, and that was our thing, you know? Like, you don't have to remember that. Literally anything that was, like, done, you'll, and if it was memorable, I think that was my issue. I think I wanted memorable things. You don't know what's memorable until you remember it, you know? Like a year ago, I didn't know I'd remember things from a year ago, but I do. Like, that's just how it is. Here's something interesting. I have this... Never mind, I can't show it. My mom used to work at this company, and I have loads of USB flash drives that all have my mom's old company's logo on it. And I'm sure, theoretically, if you knew the name of the company, and since all of you probably know my last name, and you could probably easily look up my mom's name, and then you can probably easily look up my mom's name in, like, the databases of, like, her work, her old workplace, and then you'd find our address or something. Oh, I think they're here. Are they home? Or is that just somebody else outside? Oh yeah, that's just somebody else outside. Well, anyways, yeah. It's nice rain. Alright, see ya. See ya. Do I actually listen to me playing? Hold on. This is the 92% thing. It's gonna sound real dumb because I'm playing with a practice mute, and It just doesn't sound great, but here it is. So yeah, there it was. It's not too great. But it's 92% of the notes, and it does sound really dumb. It sounds better when in context with the rest of the band. Like, if you were to just hear somebody in a jazz band playing one part, like that objectively doesn't sound good, you know, unless it's like drums or something. Or maybe bass. I don't know. Percussion instruments. Is bass percussion? Percussion and bass sound good alone, but anything else, it kind of depends on the rest of the team, right? The section. That's what I mean. It kind of depends on the rest of the section. And that section depends on the rest of the band. So if you were to just hear one section, it doesn't sound great. And if you were to just hear one person in one section, that sounds even worse. It just sounds bad. So, like, I don't know. That's just how it is. I've been obsessed with doing speed tests recently. For some reason, I've just been getting like 155 download and like 40 upload. Usually I only get like 20 download and 40 upload. Granted, 40 upload is really, really nice, but you know, I don't know. My family, they're plugged in through Ethernet on like our family computer, and it's like some crazy like 700 download or something. I don't even know how they have it like that. Must be expensive. I don't know. I don't know that. I moderate a friend's Discord server. I'm one of the moderators, and I always have to check the Discord server because I usually have one server that I always have on. I've apparently loads of people have DMs always open, but I consider DMs like the deep storage, you know, if you can't find it there, you go into, you know what I mean? Like, it's like servers are surface level, DMs are like lower level, you know what I mean? So I always have a server, like a really old server of mine, just always open, that mainly only me and my friend talk in. Always open, and so whenever I have to, oh no, I might just keep my friend's server open. Have we hit 100 members yet? No, we have not. That's irritating. You know a server's big when people put exclamation points at the beginning of their nicknames to get to the top of the list. Luckily, that hasn't happened yet because the server isn't like incredibly big or anything. If my buddy were to make more videos, I'm sure it'd get bigger sooner. But you know, I think this is my longest video on this camera, on this sort of storage. Because I'm sure I've made longer videos, like, you know, file size and video length are pretty much interchangeable, you know, usually. So what's the longest video I've made? Longest video I've made on this computer is 8 minutes? What? No. Oh yeah, okay, that was on this camera. That was just of all time. What about this one? Longest video I've made is 9 minutes. That is super weird. Wow. Okay, so if I make a video longer than 9 minutes, which I think I may have, this will be the longest video I've ever made. Not necessarily I've ever made, but that's stored on this computer. Speaking of that, I actually have this external hard drive, which I'm planning to move this as soon as possible because external hard drives are like, they're sort of known for being really like unstable, right? Yeah. So, my mom's old work, she just had loads of technology that they just had lying around, and so sometimes she just gives them to me. But, I have all of the storage on my old computer, which is now my Minecraft server, on this SSD, on this hard drive. And so, yeah, it's honestly real nice. Like, the speeds aren't too fast, even though it's USB 3.0, as you can see. But, you know, plus they're all in, like, tar GZ files, so it doesn't even matter. It's like, if I ever have to access some old stuff on my computer, I feel like at least it'll be like once a year before I actually have to access something on there, because like I don't think there's anything I have to access unless I want to do some weird like VM specifically that's just my old PC, which would be strange. I wonder how that work. Like I've never really had multiple hard drives or SSDs in a VM before, and I guess that just means I'm like some filthy casual, right? But like I've on a VM I've never had multiple like physical drives. I've had multiple like I've had hard drives and like 2 flash drives, but I haven't had like you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, here I go again, checking all this stuff. Okay. Yeah, nothing's... Oh, are they home? Nope. Our street's really quiet, and that's something I'm really thankful for. Like, I live in, I'm not gonna give out my exact address. I live in the suburbs, and it's nice because the streets are just really quiet, and I don't have to open my window and smell smog and, like, honking, you know? Or, like, cars constantly driving. I could just open my window and, like, listen. Like, isn't that nice? Usually I have my fan on though, so it's like instead of actual rain. So yeah, here's something interesting. Here's something I've been thinking about. The economy of reactions on Discord, you know? Cuz people, they always like whenever a reasonably like decently big Discord server, not decently big, like my Minecraft server Discord has like I don't know, like 29 members about, and it's not even like it's not a big Discord server at all. But whenever I do an announcement, people always add loads of reactions, you know, to it. And I find it interesting how like, because whenever somebody, like, you know how people do the words in the reactions, right? Whenever somebody has an H, I just react on the H, but I don't think anybody sees that. And so nobody else reacts on the H, which is kind of sad, you know. But like, I don't really care. Here's another interesting thing. If you guys have heard of Accursed Farms, I recently started. I've been fans of Ross Scott. I'm just gonna call him Ross for a long time. Like since I was super young, he was one of the first few people I watched on YouTube when I was like 3, you know. Civil protection was super great. And he recently made this video, because I usually just lurked on the forums, but recently, I went on the subreddit and I made a post. I realized, like, every single post on this subreddit got, like, four awards, and I was like, why is every single post on this subreddit getting so many awards, you know? And so, oh look, now nothing's getting awards. Okay, when I looked, everything was getting awards. So I made a post saying, sort of award begging, because I knew this was gonna happen. I made a post saying, "What's with all the posts getting awards?" I just find it extremely strange. You can probably find my subreddit, my Reddit account from this, but well. And I got an award for it. What? Oh no, never mind. And so I just found that funny. It was just one guy giving everybody awards. Apparently he's not giving people awards now, since it seems like people have caught on, but still. I think this has been 10 minutes. I've gone for a bit longer, just in case. Is there any water in here? No. Here's something interesting. Whenever I have a empty Arizona can, like Arnold Palmer, you know, I know, like the whitest Arizona you can get. I usually like bend it and then I bend it the other way again, and then there's usually a little hole, because you know when you have like a can of soda or like a Arnold Palmer or something, and one sec. and there's always like in a can, there's always a tiny little bit of the juice left, you know? Well, if you do this, there's always a little hole in the corner, and you could just, like, drink out of the hole, you know? And then, listen to this. Well, literally no liquid in here. No liquid. And that's just something nice that I like to do. Here's something interesting. I always feel like when I have my window open, but not my fan on, and I'm talking, like, when I'm recording my video, I always wonder, like, do the neighbors think I'm weird? Like, because they go outside playing with their kids or whatever, sometimes their kids are outside, and they just hear some guy, like, just talking about, like, speedtest.net by Ookla, and they're like, bruh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of self-conscious about that. I don't know if they think I'm weird. Are they outside right now? I'm not sure. But, yeah. Okay, hopefully this video is longer than 9 minutes. If it isn't, I'm gonna be real sad, but, oh well, what are you gonna do? It's probably under 9 minutes, right? Bet it's gonna be like 20 million hours or something. Probably under 9 minutes. I don't feel like I've talked for this long.